not his name.
Oh, well, definitely not filming in the usual spot. Over there it's like less wet, but right here it's very wet. And I don't trust that like on some level the pond doesn't like continue to there. I'm a little suspicious. Enough. It's looking like there is an obstacle number 2 in our way. I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm confused. I decided, okay, that's fine. Can't film in the backyard because the entire thing is a lake as of right now only. Like, I mean, it's happened in the past technically, but like, not really, not like that. Not as much. Or maybe it has, I don't remember. But the point is, dude, yeah, I'm looking at obstacle number 2 as I'm looking towards it because I'm like, what's the plan? What's the plan to like continue actually creating this video? Why is everything getting in the way? Since when? They decided today would be the only perfect day to have like a new sidewalk. That's the entrance to the park. I'm just gonna go the long way. There's a long way. But how weird is that? How out of nowhere? Like, laying down? Laying down? What's that? What? What's that? A mushroom? What? Of course, there's always part of my brain that's like, but imagine if I filmed a YouTube video there! On that spiky purple thing. Right there, right there. And then I'm like, but obviously I can't do that because first of all, if I fell off, I'd be in water. So obviously not. Second, how do I even get on there and survive? Like, clearly not practical. But I was like, imagine my options here. Part of me wants to, but obviously never. Hi guys, it's Celeste. Just give me 1 minute. I'm figuring out our tripod situation is this dude. I don't know the name of the baby. Actually, I always forget his name too. I just like got them at Hot Topic. I know they're like Hello Kitty's friends or something like that. And also, I recently saw this thing, some podcast or whatever, where some lady was saying that Hello Kitty, like the Hello Kitty, is not supposed to be a cat. And I don't believe you. What do you mean Hello Kitty is not supposed to be a cat? And if you're wondering, yes, I'm sweating. Balls, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. I'm dying from it. Not actually. Not actually. But like, do you ever... I will just talk about anything. Oh my gosh. I almost feel like resistance manifesting is like a thing, right? Where you just... Does anyone else do that? Maybe you already have to have like a certain level of like fear of the universe that you're like actively trying to overcome, right? To where then you're like, I'm manifesting that all of my hair falls out right now. Or like, I'm manifesting that I just turn into like a pile of dog poop right now. And then you're like, oh, but I didn't. Fuck you, universe, I didn't turn into that. I didn't, you know? Yeah, I'm just so like hot right now, you know? Like, you wouldn't get it, clearly. I'm kidding. I'm sure you're beautiful. Like, literally live up to it. Be the star. Be the star. The sun is in my eyes. The sun is in my eyes, but that's okay. Because, you get to see how much light I have. As a human being on this planet, I'm pretty hot, and you can tell by how much I'm sweating. Ha! Ha! You can tell. Wow, is it hot though? And I want to put up my hair, but I feel like I'm significantly less pretty. When my hair's up, I actually feel like a potato with wings that's just ready to fly away. When my hair's up, you know? So when my hair's down, I feel like I'm a goddess from Pluto and Egypt, and also, like, I have like the bounciness of a kangaroo or something. I don't know. Like, does that make sense? Absolutely not. I just feel like I'm like on top of my shit when my hair is down, and I brushed it today. Look at that. It's just like naturally like wavy, but you know, like I literally, not saying I don't always brush it, oh my gosh, but I'm just saying like for YouTube videos for you guys, like I feel like it's not always my priority. I'm like, no, I have something to talk about. We're talking about it right now. Like, it's not even about how I look all the time. you know? Like, at the same time, it's not. And I swear to you, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's literally hot. I could literally, like, braid all my hair and cut it off just based on how hot it is right now. I don't know. Who am I gonna donate it to? Not actually, but like, I swear, it's like 6 p.m. right now and it's this hot out and it's Florida. And I just hate that. Do you? Like, what are we doing as a society? We're allowing this level of heat to exist. And yeah, I could have sat in the shade, but I'm like significantly closer to people if I sit in the shade. And I was like, I don't actually feel like that. I don't feel against it, but it wasn't like my exact ideal vibe in the moment. Like, there's already gonna be people like walking by and stuff. Like, I wasn't like, I'm going to shine like that level, you know? I'm not there yet. I'm not on like the Grammys stage accepting an award for like my #1 single out there that, you know, everybody's playing to their cousins in a shopping mall, you know, and the only song you even listen to on your birthday. I'm not quite there yet. I'm like 25% there out of 100 though. So like, not in age, because I'm not gonna be like 100 and I'm like 22 now, so I'm bad at math also. I'm not gonna be like 165 when I do that, obviously, or I would be in a grave, hopefully, enjoying my peace decomposing somewhere. Kidding, I will live forever as a vampire. I'm 362. You're just unaware of it because you can't also do it, so you can't see it in me because that level of light doesn't exist within you yet. But that's fine, because that's what we're here for, you know? We're here to work on you. We're here to work on you. Ew, my shoe looked like there was something on it. Probably because I left my shoes. I've been leaving my shoes outside like 24 hours a day, not bringing them inside for like, probably like 2 weeks. I've been consistently leaving my shoes, like just not bringing them inside. Like, I don't even know. Do you ever just start doing something so random and you're like, I don't know why, but this is the vibe right now. Like, it has to happen right now. Not actually. Am I addicted to leaving my shoes outside? Probably. Probably. You didn't even see that. I threw grass at you, but you weren't even like cool enough the first time to see it. Yeah, you know, like half the time you're just not cool enough to see it. Sometimes you deserve it, sometimes you don't, you know? Like, to be cool enough to see it, sometimes you deserve that. Sometimes you don't. It is 5:33. I mean, it's not 5:33. We're at 5 minutes, 40 seconds. I mixed stuff up, dude. I don't even mean to. And I have 2 stories that I want to talk to you guys about. Paranormal stories. Me having an accent mid-sentence. I don't have an accent, obviously. I just do whatever I feel like in the moment. Actually. I just did it. I was like, actually. But like, the thing is, if you do like the most subtle accent ever, you can get away with it. Kind of, right? Because like, accents wear off and then they sound less believable, but people don't fully like make them wear off. So if you have the most subtle like accent to where it's not even all of your words, it's just some of them, which is so convenient because you're probably not going to know how to use the accent for like all words anyway, right? Then it gets believed way faster. As long as you're not like an actor who's literally getting paid $70 million to do it, then you're fine, you know, because then maybe you'd want to like take an acting class once or twice to be 100% sure that nobody's gonna like go on Reddit and say you're the most terrible person who ever existed and you should fall off the earth. You know, Pluto is always an option. Just take off from this planet, grow butterfly wings instantly, and have free will for once in your motherfucking lifetime, dude. Have free will for once on this planet, okay? All of this planet is Egypt, and then there's Pluto, and that's the only other planet, and that's how it works. Why is there like a bug on my phone? Go, I was gonna say like go to hell, but I was like, well, that's kind of mean. You're just a little bug. Like, you're just a little anty, like a little ant. Why do you have long antennas though? Go somewhere, get some help, Mr. Ant. Go somewhere and get some help. Okay, my face is dripping from sweat. Unfortunately, I actually need to see, but I think I'm like prettier when I don't have to see anything. I could be lying. I could be watching this back like, you're the dumbest person on earth to myself, you know, you dumb ass bitch, look at yourself. Like, you're lying to the people saying that you're prettier without glasses when clearly we all know that Frankenstein only exists with the help of somebody else. Like, we all know. We actually all know the truth. Okay. I don't know. I want to do like Reiki on you for no reason. Like, I need a few blades of grass. Not need, want. I desireth a few blades of grass. Only a few. Look at that. Now I'm just gonna like do Reiki on you really quick. I'm just gonna cleanse you of whatever energy you've had like picked up on in the past, and then we're gonna get into the paranormal story time, where you might or might not believe me, and that's perfectly on you, but we're gonna cleanse you first, babe. We're gonna cleanse you. We're gonna cleanse you first. We're going to cleanse you. Ooh, we gotta take some of that away. We gotta take some of that away. We're gonna cleanse you. We're going to cleanse you. We're cleansing you from this earth. This is your alien abduction. Ooh, we're cleansing you. We're cleansing you. We're cleansing you. You are cleansing you. You now exist only on the planet Pluto, but you don't know it because you don't understand what kind of voodoo this is, even though it's not voodoo at all. It's simply New Age spirituality, where we do some Reiki on you with some random blades of grass, and now you only exist on Pluto and you don't know why. And that's fine, because nobody on Pluto knows why they're on Pluto. They're just there for validation only, and they don't have any other credentials. Exactly, babes, exactly. Nobody knows anything else. Nobody knows anything. Frankenstein only existed with the help of somebody else anyway. Ooh. Ooh, you should be terrified. You should be scared. You should be terrified. You should know that all of your friends live on a different planet, somewhere in outer space, and nobody knows why you even have any friends. Ooh. Like, what's the scariest thing you could possibly say or imagine? Like, you don't have any friends? Like, I don't know. What's the scariest thing? We're cleansing you of it. We're cleansing you of all the reasons why you live on a distant planet that's not the exact one that you chose in this moment. We're cleansing you of everything. I love how there's just people, like old people walking behind me, and they're probably like, okay, we're cleansing too. You know? We are not exclusive here. We will cleanse anybody who needs it. We will cleanse you of everything that you've done in the past, present, and future, I guess. There's someone out there. I don't know, dude. I don't know. We're cleansing you. Did that work? Did they blow? I don't know. I kind of swelled a little bit, but I was like, I don't know if you guys did. So I'm not going to say it happened, but like, I'm going to be like, okay. So I have two. Also, don't mind this. That is my second story time video. Like, not video, but like, there's two stories in this video. That, don't even worry about that. That is my second story. Okay? That is my second story, how that happened and what that even was, okay? That's my second paranormal story. The first one that you're not even probably gonna believe me on, but maybe you will. Hey, I'm open-minded to you believing me, okay? Are you open-minded to yourself believing me? I don't know. I don't know yet. What I do know is we will set the scene. Okay, so I work at Chick-fil-A. Currently, we are at a new location that we just started, but this story time takes place right before we moved. So we moved like a week ago to the new Chick-fil-A, okay? Now, at like literally probably the last exact week or the week before that, at the old Chick-fil-A, I was working in the drive-thru outside at the little cash register. Like, I was just standing there, but it was the end of the night, okay? At the end of the night. And so at the end of the night, there were barely any cars coming through the drive-thru, okay? And I had been out there for like 4 hours. You should know that my brain needs like stimulation at all times, okay? I'm the person who has like, I'll be like reading a book, listening to a YouTube video, and also watching a movie at the exact same time, but like not paying attention to any of them. Like that is my meditation. Like that is my quiet time, is like, if I could listen to like 70 different movies and audiobooks at the exact same time, that is like my quiet like meditation time, okay? That is my break. That is my like time to clear the mind because it's so silent in here, okay? Like that is like my quiet time, okay? My brain, I do need the like extra stimulation, and I also believe strongly that like I'm learning from every like source at the exact same time. Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to waste time, but at the same time, is that a storm cloud? That is a storm cloud. Wow, I don't want to waste time so that it becomes stormy like the last time I filmed a story time. I'm getting cut off mid-storm, and I still owe you guys a part 2, but I just wanted to be like ready and going with the flow to do that story time when I actually feel like it. Like, I don't want to rush anything that doesn't feel right, you know? Wait, you gotta see the extent of this. We just going with a lot here. We got stormy energy. I swear I'm way more like awake when there's a storm coming. I can feel the energy and it like lightning strikes through my body. Not actually. I would rather not get electrocuted and die. Actually, you know what? I will get electrocuted and die. But just saying the opposite so the universe won't do it, and I could be like, look at that. I didn't get electrocuted and die even though I said I would. Okay. You're gonna see why my brain is literally like that. Like why I don't believe that it's possible that I will not get electrocuted and die just because I said that in the story. You're going to immediately see why I would believe that that is a fact, but I gotta move forward with the story and say it faster because I feel like I'm wasting time in the video. Now, you're either gonna believe I misspoke. I said you're either going to believe you or you're not. I meant you're either gonna believe me or you're not. But yeah, you would either believe you if it happened to you or you would not. It's not even about me, dude. It's about, would you believe yourself? We'll find out. So there's like a pizza dude driving by. Pizza dude. Okay. Me just enjoying life, having so many fun times. Clearly. What I was going to say is, I was working in the drive-thru. I'm just gonna talk faster so you can understand like the story way faster, and then we'll talk about it after. So I was working in the drive-thru. There were no cars coming by, and so I was so bored. I decided I'm just gonna like talk to the moon, and it's gonna be funny, and I can say whatever I want because the moon is not listening, right? Because obviously the moon is like a backpack. Like, it's not listening. The moon is like a water bottle. Like, it's not listening. The moon is like a pair of shoes. It is not listening. Obviously, right? In my head, I said, obviously the moon can't hear me. Like, I don't even believe it. Like, I was like, okay, like, I understand from a spiritual perspective, there are, like, we could say the moon is listening. But I was like, where's, in the moment, I mean, I am spiritual, but I was like, where's the evidence that the moon's, like, listening to me? Like, I don't believe you. In the moment, I was, like, kind of in the mood of, like, I don't actually believe you. I don't know about that. I was skeptical. So you wanna know what happened? I talked to the moon, I looked at the moon, I said, you know, I decided like what's the most like, I wanna test this out, like what is the most egotistical, like awful thing I could say to the moon because the moon can't hear me, right? The moon can't hear me. That's where we're at, okay? So I said to this moon, I said, moon, wait, there's people walking by. Should I pause? Anyway, I said to the moon, moon, you're not even good enough for me. Like, I straight up just said that to the moon. The crickets are like, yeah, I was there for that, I know. Like, they're chirping, like, of course, you know, but yeah, no. So my throat chakra literally hurt from that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. So basically, I said to the moon, you're not even good enough for me. Like, you're shining so brightly, you don't even look real right now. Like, you're not even good enough for me. You know what, moon? You revolve around me. Like, you think you're the moon and stuff, you revolve around me. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? You revolve around me, moon. I was like, that's like the worst thing I could say to the moon, right? I was like, yeah, like, I'm gonna say to the moon, like, you don't even matter, like you're shining so brightly, like you don't even glow that well, like you actually look fake. You don't even look real. You look like someone's just shining a flashlight out there, like in the moon. I was like, moon, look how stupid you look. You don't even look good. Like, I was saying it all to the moon, okay? Y'all wanna know what happened next? Y'all wanna know what happened next? I am not even kidding, but I'm not surprised at the same time. Like, I was like shocked in the moment, but now I'm like, I guess this deserves a paranormal story time. I don't know. I didn't know what to do. So the absolute moon, the only moon we know of, right? Disappears from the sky. I'm not kidding. The only moon we know of disappears from the sky. The absolute only moon we know of disappeared from the sky, and I watched it for 5 fucking minutes. There was not a single car in that drive-through lane. There was not a single cloud in that sky. And I watched that moon. Moon, you've disappeared. Wow. And you know, the thing is, I'm not surprised because I already have a belief system where I'm like, the absolute worst thing that could ever happen to me, I just feel like I'm a fucking avocado, dude. Like I'm gonna be sliced up. Like the absolute worst thing that could ever happen to me, I already believe not only could happen, but has happened. Like I just fully believe it. So I was not in disbelief so much of like, I wasn't in the mindset of like, I can't believe this like happened. I was really in the mindset of like, of course this would happen to me, and now the government is going to come get me, and I'm going to be like in a jail cell when I wake up tomorrow morning. Like I was like, I did it, like I deleted the moon, like all I said was like Control Alt Delete, you know, and the moon fell off the face of the, and not the planet because it was never really here, but like, you know what I'm saying, like Mr. or Mrs. Moon really just like fell off. Like I was like, I don't know how they're feeling in Egypt, but over here in Florida, I can't see the moon. The moon disappeared. So I, in the moment, you know, like it was in this one spot in the sky. Like imagine it was like right there, right? Like I was like staring at that and I was like, okay, so it's not in this spot. So I scanned like the entire sky. I was like, maybe it just moved. Like yeah, that would be like weird, but maybe it just moved. Maybe it's like over here now, you know, like instantly, like maybe it just instantaneously teleported to the other side of the sky, and maybe there's like a plausible explanation for all of this, and it's perfectly fine, and maybe we're not permanently going without a moon for the rest of our lives. Like I was already imagining not only me waking up in a jail cell, like thinking of what am I gonna say to like the government, right, when they're like, oh my gosh, you deleted the moon, and I was gonna be like, I'm sorry, all I said was like, you're not good enough for me, moon, go away. And then immediately the moon like deleted itself, like, I'm so sorry, like I didn't know that I had that power. Okay, I mean, I didn't think it would be real that I had that power. I don't know, like I always felt powerful, but like I didn't know that like it would immediately happen and come true, and like I don't know what to do. Okay, like I don't know what to do. I was like, how is this ever gonna be okay? Like I ruined the moon for everybody. Kids are gonna grow up, they're gonna read magazines and hear about it in school about like how there used to be a moon, but then somebody told the moon to like go fuck itself and it left permanently. I was like, that's it. Like that's how it's gonna go, you know? So yeah, I scanned the entire sky, the moon is nowhere to be found. Also, why is the storm cloud only growing? It's only growing. It's only growing. It's growing. I don't know how I feel about that. But anyway, yeah, so I said to the moon, like, you're not good enough for me. Like, that's how it's gonna go. The moon disappears, right? So then I watched the sky for a total of 5 minutes. And it comes back. Not only does it come back, I had like this, one of the specific things I had said to I almost said to you, I meant to the moon. Me misspeaking now. One of the main things I had said to the moon, why are there so many dragonflies? I'm in a field and the sky is like made out of dragonflies. It's fine. I don't even, whatever. Like it's actually fine. I didn't need a sky anyway. Of course I wanted dragonflies everywhere. Of course I wanted that. Wow, I really have to hurry up or the sky is going to be made out of rain. Yeah, so what I said next, or not what I said next. Okay, so what I had said to the moon was like, you're actually shining so bright that you don't even look real. You need to look more realistic. Like, you need to leave and come back more realistic. Like, I said that not thinking anything was gonna happen, but yeah, when the moon came back, it was significantly dimmer. It did not look like a person like please open up, and then it's like a flashlight in your face. Like, the moon no longer looked like that, right? The moon actually looked like a million times more realistic. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, they went in Photoshop into details all over that entire moon, like the entire thing. They like heavily went like sharpen, like grain filter details like all over that moon, right? Like, it got spray painted a new face in that 5 minutes, okay? This moon came back different. She came back like a little bit bigger, but like way more like same moon phase, but like way more dim and way more detailed. And I was like, wait a minute, did you not just leave for 5 minutes, take my advice and come back? Like, you're the moon. You're supposed to be the moon. You're supposed to be the moon. You're supposed to be the moon. You were supposed to be the moon. You were supposed to be somebody. You were supposed to be somebody. You were supposed to be consistent. Like, no matter what I do, you were supposed to be consistent, right? You were actually supposed to always be like the same personality the entire time. You were not supposed to immediately take my advice just because I said you're not good enough for me, moon. Like, I didn't even think you were listening. I thought you probably have so many other things to do, like you're the moon, right? Like, I thought you're the moon, you have so much else to pay attention to. Some little girl in a Chick-fil-A outfit in a Chick-fil-A drive-thru with 0 fucking customers. Sorry, a bird just flew over. But like, some little girl in a Chick-fil-A outfit with a Chick-fil-A name tag, Chick-fil-A shoes, like some little girl who's not even allowed to have her hair down if she wants to in a Chick-fil-A drive-thru. Like, there's absolutely no way that I'm important enough that the moon would listen to me when I said, you're not good enough for me, go away and come back changed. And you know, of course, as soon as she left, I was like, she's never coming back, like, that's it, like, it's over for me. I'm gonna wake up in a jail cell and the military is gonna be like, what the fuck did you do? Like, how did you do it? What are we gonna do? It's going to be like armed robbery, like I did something, right? No, I don't know. Big deal, you know? Big deal. So, yeah, Miss Moon comes back, dressed all nice and fancy, took my outfit advice. For some reason, her skin complexion looked different. We were going a little bit less white and a little bit more gray and a little bit dimmer of a light but slightly bigger moon. And don't get me wrong, she looked gorgeous, but I was like, how the hell are you gonna disappear from the sky and come back a different person and take my exact advice? And nobody's gonna believe me. Like, there is no way, but I had to tell the internet the story. Like, there is absolutely no way. This, like, that's the color of Miss Moon when she came back, dude. Like, it was no longer white. It was no longer screaming for validation constantly. It came back way more beautiful. And I would love to say I was shook, but I really just thought, like, that's it. The military is gonna come, like, take me apart like Frankenstein and sew me back together, look into every hole with a flashlight and be like, what the fuck? Where did you put the moon? Like, sorry for that imagery, but I was like, there is no way this is gonna end well. Like, me and you both know there is no way this is going to end well. Oh my gosh, the sky is so dark. The sky is so dark. I actually kind of hope it doesn't rain though, because I'm not done yet. I'm not done with our story yet. How am I gonna walk home in the rain? I don't want to have to. Should I just start walking now? That's pretty much the end of our moon story, but yeah, it came back. It looks slightly different. Like 10 minutes later, it went back to how it was before I gave it advice. You know, it went back to normal because I was like, you're being too obvious about the fact that you just followed my advice. Like, you should probably just go back to normal. Like, we can just like pretend this never happened. And then it immediately like went back to normal, you know? It's kind of how it went. You know, that's it for like the first story, but I have a second story that's literally how I explain this, but I'm gonna start walking home and just tell you the story on the way, because absolutely no way am I gonna get caught in the rain like that. And the other story is way shorter, so I could just tell you like really fast as I'm walking away. Goodbye, Spot. Goodbye. Okay. Second story. but I feel like I could just tell you really fast before I leave. So the second story is, I've been watching ghost stories a lot lately. Like, not ghost stories, but ghost hunting videos, okay? I've been watching ghost hunting videos. It was pretty normal. In one of the ghost hunting videos, a guy got a scratch that looked just like that, okay? Like, literally they were saying it's 2 lines and then 1 tiny line. So it looked like a claw mark. I was like, oh, like, you know, that's kind of weird, but I was like, I absolutely don't believe it. Like, I get it, ghosts are real, but like, I don't think they have enough power to physically hurt you. Like, I don't actually believe it. Anyway, so I fully didn't believe it. The next day, should I sit down and tell you the story really quick? My solar plexus chakra literally hurts so bad. Oh my. Yeah. I'm just gonna sit down so I can tell you the story in like 2 seconds before leaving. Wait, it looks like the storm's actually leaving. Not her following me. Should I go back to where I was? The crickets are like, yes, you should. I'm just gonna use the crickets as divination and walk back to the spot I was already in. And you're gonna be like, what's happening? And then the second I get there, I'm gonna tell you like the rest of the story, because how is our storm gone? The second I'm like, fine, I'll take that as a sign and leave, the storm comes back. It's actually raining. Ah! It's pouring. Immediately. Immediately. What are we gonna do? Should I go sit over here? Like, what am I gonna do? I'm walking in a field and it's pouring rain. I'm not kidding. I don't know, 1 second. I'm just gonna, like, cover my phone, I guess. Not kidding. Hello, can you hear me? I don't know if it's dry enough. I want to make sure you can hear me. There's no way. There's no way. I hope you can hear me. I hope. Give me a second. I'm trying to dry you off so you can definitely hear me. And it's pouring outside, so who knows. The way I literally dried off the camera and then assumed it was actually just like stopping recording out of nowhere. Every time. It never rains except when I try to record a video. I swear. It never rains except when I try recording a video. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And if I look this way all the time, I'm just looking at my own reflection, because otherwise, if I'm just talking to like you, it makes me feel like I'm talking to nobody, so I'm talking to myself. Like, as psychotic as that sounds and is, I'm looking this way because I'm like talking to myself as well. Literally crazy. I'm still getting wet from the back, from behind me, literally. And my glasses are not that clear. This is crazy. Anyway, it got wet, so obviously it's fucking real. You know, for the second story, okay? You want to know what fucking happened, dude? You want to know what happened? So I already told you the story with the moon. Now, next, this one is recent as of last night. As of last night. and there's people watching me from another pavilion that are also caught in the rain. So you want to know what happened? I've been watching ghost hunting videos. There's like dirt on my hand too. I've been watching ghost hunting videos. Like videos where obviously they go into like an abandoned place. My throat chakra hurts so bad. My throat chakra literally hurts. Yeah, so oh my, there's like hair all over. I hate, can you even see it? I hate when there's just like hair on me. I hate when there's hair on me. Like, what is happening? Anyway, yeah, so if nobody believes, I literally get caught in the rain every time I try to do something, like literally tell a story. Every time I try to tell a story on my YouTube channel, getting caught in the rain, whatever. And now it's dying down. And I am wearing a Zeus necklace for reference. So I love that since I started wearing this, randomly it'll not even be raining outside, but like it'll be like boom, lightning, you know, or like a boom, lightning, you know, everywhere it'll be like boom, lightning. Anyway, so I've been watching ghost hunting videos. This dude in the video got a scratch that looks like that, literally like that, and I was like, I don't believe it, that sounds so fake. Anyway, that's not how I got mine, but I was at Chick-fil-A again at the new location because it was yesterday, last night, the day before, or whatever. It was in that time frame, like literally just happened to me. I swear to God, it just happened to me. Anyway, so we're at motherfucking Zeus, all right? Now the rain's going down, dying down completely. Like, actually, divine intervention, the universe, the gods, they all said, you know what, by the way, dude, this story is gonna be a little bit different than you think it is. My throat chakra is like, I don't know, dude. I don't know how I was supposed to know. I love this for us though, because it's 10,000 times more like you and I are actually hanging out and we just got caught in the rain together, and like how romantic is that? We're not on a date, obviously, but how romantic is that? How cute. Why is it pouring so much louder? Can you hear me or the difference or the sound? I just felt like it. I literally poured water on the table. I could not tell you why. I felt like doing that. I didn't get possessed, but like my spirit inside me, my human spirit said, we're gonna like water the table right now. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. Spice things up naturally, you know. I have no idea. Like, I don't know. Could not tell you why. I just do stuff. If you could not tell from the moon story time, I just do stuff. Like, I just do something crazy, or like this rainstorm, something just happens to me. Like, I just do stuff. Or like this. Now, to tell you the story, if you can hopefully hear me, I'll be louder now so you can hear me. So I was at Chick-fil-A at my job, working at in like the back of the house. Basically, like, I was making fries like all day, okay? I was making fries, and of course, like, there's always, at Chick-fil-A, there's always like 70,000 friends there with you. Human friends, not like ghosts or spirits or whatever, right? Obviously, but like, you know what I'm saying, because it's like a paranormal story, so you're gonna be like, what? But no, like, at Chick-fil-A, it's like you're working with your friends, and there's always like 50 people standing like 2 feet away from you, like always there to help you with everything, right? So I was making fries, like, it's like a frozen bag of fries. You dropped it in the oil that's like hot, but it's not so hot that, like, I don't know the exact temperature, but it's not so hot that you're like automatically like afraid to touch it, right? For fear of like burning yourself. It's like, once you take the like fry metal thing out, after like a couple of seconds, it's like cooled down enough to where you could touch it, and it's like not gonna burn your skin or like hurt you. But within like the 3 seconds before it cools down, when you take it out, it's like hot enough that it could burn you. It wouldn't like blister or anything, but it would be like basically leaving a red mark, right? And like it would still hurt a little bit. But it's not like so hot to where you could like die from it or something. And maybe you could if you like really tried to. Like if nobody literally saved you, but you're always with like 50 different people, so you're fine. You know, it's not like a life or death thing, right? So I'm not like afraid to like touch the oil that much because I'm like, I already know that in just a couple seconds it cools down. So I like pull my water bottle cap just like zooming across the table. I had to grab it really quick. Yeah, so it's weird because it's like I'm not like afraid to touch the oil because I know it's 90% of the time not gonna like burn me or even hurt or anything at all. So I was like not worried about it. So I pull the like the metal fry container like out of the oil because you can like shake it off after, like get some of the excess oil off. So I do that, and then I like pour out the fries into our other like fry scoop container thing where you just like scoop them out. Right. Okay, so I do that. Sorry, there's like residual energy raindrops just like coming at me, dude, coming at me. Okay, coming at me. Yeah. So I actually really like getting caught in the rain. Sorry, I'm just, you know, talking about stuff. So I'm getting so sidetracked because rain is hitting me in the face. Can you see it? You can see that right here. That's rain, like coming at me from all the way over there. Like, are we kidding? Are we kidding? At least it's dying down, so it's kind of nice. Yeah, so what I was gonna say, I'm not like terrified of like touching the oil, whatever. So I like move the fries over out of the little container, and then I was like, oh, like there's still some caught in the like bottom of the scoop thing, like not actually in the oil, but like I already pulled it out, and there's like 1 or 2 fries caught in there. But I'm always one of those people who I'm like, I'm so good at my job, like I'm gonna like be diligent with everything, I'm gonna get stuff done or whatever. I'm like, I'm so cool, like I can just like, we're already wearing gloves, so extra protection, whatever. So I'm like, I can just like grab out the fries. I always do this, it's never a problem. I always do this, it's never a problem. But then suddenly, like this one time that I decided to do it, all of the guys around me are like, did I say guides? I meant guys. Because there's like a lot of people in the kitchen. Most of them are guys, but like some of them are girls. But like the people around me, they were probably like between like 5 and 8 guys that are just like right there because they're working on their own stations. Like prep is like literally 2 feet from where I'm standing at fries, and then there's like 3 people standing behind me in case anybody needs help. Like we have the help we need at Chick-fil-A. Like we've got the extra assistance, you know, which is good because there's literally like 50 people standing in the kitchen, or like 80 people standing. It feels like there's a lot, like 1 million people with us, right? Like at every second there's people there, you know, because there's literally like 5 people on breading, literally 2 feet behind them there's people on like frying chicken, and there's like 4 people or 5 people frying chicken, you know, there's like people making salads, like 3 or 4 people, and there's like at least 2 or 3 people making mac and cheese. Then there's like another fry station, there's 2 fry stations. But anyway, at my fry station there's me, and then probably like 3 or 4 guys like around the area to help with anything that I need help with, whatever. Or like anything I forgot to do. So this one single time, normally they're all like, they don't notice, but like this one single time that I go to like scoop out the fries with my hand, like just to pull out the like extra ones, whatever, which I always do, they notice. Like this one guy notices, and he's like, actually you shouldn't do that because like what if it burns you? And I was like, oh, it's not gonna do, like it never like does that, whatever. So then I do it, and like my arm like slips and just sears on the like edge of the fry thing that has like way more oil on it than I noticed, right? It's not bad, it's literally just like a mark. It's real, but you know, it's real. Like if you don't believe me, it's real, it's real, you know, fully real. But it's exactly in the formation that the guy in the ghost hunting video like got a scratch mark on. And so when I watched that video, I was a little bit like, yeah, sure, like I don't know if I actually believe that, like they might have just drawn it with like eyeshadow, whatever. Like I'm so skeptical. Like I know ghosts are real, but at the same time I'm like so skeptical of like people, right? I'm like, I don't know, like, did you not draw that on with like eyeshadow, whatever? Are you sure? Are you sure? Like, are you sure? You know? So then, there's like hair on me, literally. My hair. And it looked so nice before the video, but look at this. Look at this. What's a song where it's like, I don't know song lyrics ever. It's like, put me outside like a bad dog. Like, it's like kind of funny. Like, it literally reminds me of that. It reminds me of that. Put me outside like a bad dog. Anyway, that's not even the story. You want to know the story? Then I just go home and, you know, it's like 3 a.m. next, right? Because like I get off work at like after 11. Like I'm scheduled to 11, sometimes it's like 11:30, whatever. Like 11:30, whatever. So I go home and sorry, my throat chakra literally hurts. Literally hurts. Hurts. So I was just watching the same ghost hunting videos again, not the same one, but like the same channel. It's like the Paranormal Files or whatever, if you want to like check it out. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, so I was like watching more ghost videos on their channel, and sorry, my brain is like so chill, like so zen, that I'm like, what do I even want to say? But like, I'm not cutting up the story, but like my brain is just like, I feel so good. I feel so close to you, whatever. I don't know song lyrics, like I can only remember like 4 or 5 words together at a time. Like, I feel so close to you right now. Like, I don't remember like the rest of it or like exactly how it goes. Like, I feel so close to you right now. It's like, anytime I sing something and then think it sounded good, I'm like, I feel like an avocado on a cutting board. This is not gonna be good. Like, because if I am ever like, yeah, like I think I sounded good, I just feel like there's gonna be like 70 or 80 people who are immediately like, you thought you sounded good, like literally die. Like, you thought you were an avocado on a cutting board. Well, you are. Like, I'm actually gonna slice you to pieces and then stitch you back together and say I never did it, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. Like, it like reminds me of Kamala Harris being like, you think you fell out of an avocado tree. I was about to say, you think you fell out of an avocado tree? Like, no, you think you just fell out of a coconut tree. What else did she say? She's like, you exist in the context of all that came before you, or something crazy. Every time I hear her say that, I'm like, I have no idea what you're even talking about. Like, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't make any sense. What do you mean you exist in the context of all that came before you? It's one of those things where it's like, to say that should be so obvious that to say it to other people and assume that you're educating everybody makes you look significantly dumber. There's like so much blue glitter in a puddle right next to me, and it reminds me of fairies, quite literally. It's actually so beautiful. It might not be glitter though. Am I gonna come like show you it and then you're gonna be like, what even is that? Is it beautiful? Oh, it's like confetti. I can't see exactly what I'm showing you. I mean, like, I can see it, but like I can't see on the screen what I'm showing you and show you it at the same time. So hopefully what I showed you was beautiful. So you're not gonna be like, what are you doing? Why are you showing me something that's not beautiful? But it just looks pretty and blue from here, but you couldn't see like my perspective. From my perspective, it reminds me of like fairies a little bit in a cute way, or like little baby elves or something. Something little and like portals opening. I don't know, in a cute way, not in a weird way. Oh yeah, so for the story, basically what happened, I was not doing anything. I was just sitting in my bed watching ghost hunting videos again, and then something like reminds me, not the video or the people in the video, whatever, even though it's like the same people, something randomly reminds me of the scar on my arm. So I go like, I was like, oh, like, just not like surprised, like I knew it was there, but I was like, oh, and then I go like this to touch it, right? I go like, and the exact second I do that, like literally like admiration in my eyes, okay? Like I literally go like that, like a Disney fucking princess, okay? The exact second I do that, how do I even say it? The lights were on in my house, the air conditioning was on, like obviously there was electricity, it was not raining out, there was no thunder, there was no lightning. The exact second I go like the lights shut off, the air conditioning shuts off, like the power goes out completely in the house for like a minute, like a solid minute, okay? You're just gonna have to trust me, dude, like a solid minute. And then they just go back on. It all resets itself and immediately goes back on, and I was like, I know that just upgraded my DNA, but I don't know what it changed. But what I did notice was significantly different is normally if I ever get like a paper cut literally or something, I'll be like to the universe, I'm like, did I do something wrong? Like, do you hate me? Like, what did I do? What did I do to make you hate me, right? But this was like the first time that I was like, I absolutely know that it was not my fault. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. Which obviously I shouldn't be like victim blaming myself, but if it's me or the universe, like who's the bad guy here? I'm gonna assume it's me normally. But now I'm like, actually, universe, you just hurt me for no reason. Even though it was my own dumb actions, like as far as what physically transpired to confirm that, but like the thing with like the lights switching off made the entire thing feel like it was not even my fault at all. I was like, actually, I just timeline hopped, I just upgraded my DNA. Like, I don't actually think that my own actions are my fault anymore. I'm kidding. But what I do mean is like, I don't think that like the fact that I actually got hurt is something that I would like ever victim blame myself again for. So I was like, that's a really big timeline hop, like a really big change, okay? Anyway, that's literally all for the story, and it's just about completely died down from raining. It's like all I have to tell you. I love you guys. I love you. You are a stuffed animal. You're amazing. You can do anything. You have Powerpuff Girls superpowers. You can go defeat all the bad guys. I love you. Learn telekinesis or something, or teleportation, or find out what Kamala Harris even means by you think you just fell out of a coconut tree. You exist in the context of all that came before you and all that comes after you, or something absolutely fucking crazy that means nothing. It means nothing. It means nothing to her, but it actually means something. But the fact that she thinks that nobody thinks that that means anything says a lot about her as a person. Get what I mean? I love you. Bye.